so bad. As you've seen on the screen, today's live is about answering those particular questions that you had earlier on. Check it for me if it's okay. About all the questions you had about masturbation and what happens to the penis in vagina after a prolonged period of no sexual intercourse. And there are very, very many questions that at least we are going to take 1 hour just to answer those questions, because what I was doing online is that it was not, the answers were very, very short. And as you are aware, that those videos that we did, we need you to come again here so that you will be able to get the correct answers of the questions that we are going to talk about. Now, if you are a new member here, kindly just click the notification bell, written subscribe, turn it on for more videos that we'll post. And I'm very happy for you people that you've been trying, and now we have around 12,000 subscribers. So without wasting much of your time, now we did a video on masturbation, and there are very, very many issues that were coming out around. And one of the questions that one member asked, that does it shrink the penis, that it make the penis shrink? If you've been watching my videos, and one thing I did mention about shrinkage of the penis, I did mention in consideration of age of an individual, particularly those who are clicking 40 to 50 years old. They might notice that there's some decrease, a little decrease in the size of the penis, and this is because of the age that is catching up with you. This is because of the decreased testosterone levels that are occurring, and this will occur. It is a natural attrition that normally occur due to age. But when you are doing the act of what we are talking about, the act of masturbation, it has nothing to do with the size. It has nothing to do with the shrinkage of the penis. What was coming out clearly is that many people were talking about this is a terrible sin, a very, very terrible sin, and it is demonic. It's demonic. I want you to know that the presentation that we made in the last video of masturbation was based on science, was based on research, was based on the anatomy and physiology of both male and female anatomy. The biblical part of it, or uh, the demonic part of it, or even satanic part of it, uh, it we did not cover that, because in this particular channel we are purely dealing with medical issues. And I did mention in that video that if you believe that this act of masturbation is a sin and is demonic, somebody should not do it. Peoples have different religions. There are Christians, there are Hindus, there are people Buddhism, there are Islam, and some people don't normally take this particular act uh, as a sin. So in reference to the Bible, I will not quote any, because I will not quote any Quran, I will not quote any Bible, because this is a purely medical channel that has no issues to do with what we call whether this particular act is demonic or what particular act is satanic. What we do believe is that masturbation has its pros and cons, that is both advantage and disadvantages. And I did start by debunking the myths that was surrounding this particular act. And I did mention very well, because some people were still asking that is this particular act of self-love, the way I call it in that video, self-juicing or jacking, does it cause infertility? And I did say that this particular act has nothing to do with male testosterone, has nothing to do with infertility. So as we are going to talk about the pros and cons again in this particular video, I want you to note that this particular issue has nothing to do with sperm count, has nothing to do with sperm quality, motility, morphology, anything to do with infertility. Infertility has its own causes that perhaps we might discuss when anybody is having any question about this. And I did say that this self-juicing or self-love does not weaken bonds, does not cause stunted growth. And also, I did say that the myths that are surrounding masturbation, that it leads to blindness or even hairy palm, that is a pure lie. That is a big myth that has nothing to do with masturbation. I went ahead and said that this particular act does not reduce testosterone. Uh, and I didn't mention that testosterone normally reduces just a little bit post ejaculation, but it stabilizes very, very fast, very, very quickly, those testosterone levels. So even if you do it very, very many times, it will not interfere with your testosterone levels. Kindly note that only those who have been advised by doctors, by the fertility doctors, that do not do this particular act when you are about to remove or release your seminal fluid for in vitro fertilization, then you should not be able to do this, because this one might interfere with the quantity of spermatozoa, but it doesn't have anything to do with testosterone. Now, there was also a myth that I was trying to debunk, and I did say very well that people believe that only single men or single women do this. This is a pure lie. It's a myth. Both married and unmarried do this particular act. So it's an act that it's cutting across, whether you are single, whether you are divorced, whether you are married. It is an act that people do it regardless of your marital status. Now, before I go to advantages and disadvantages, I just want to answer those particular questions. There was someone who said that when I do this particular act, it is draining my energy, and I had developed mood swings. I want to answer that. Uh, and somebody was very, very curious to know what are the causes of masturbation, what causes this, and does it lead to premature ejaculation? And a very funny guy, I don't know whether it's a male or female, ask that. Do I do it? Do I do what I'm talking about? That's a bit of personal that sometimes it might be very, very difficult to answer. Now, I just want to continue saying that I did stress in that video that this particular self-love, this particular self-juicing, this particular jacking has pros and cons. That is, it has its advantages and disadvantages. Now, uh, it was causing a war in the comment section. Just go and look at that video. In the comment section, it was causing a war, whether I'm preaching something, I'm teaching something, I'm encouraging people to do this particular act. But now, me, I am a medic. This is something that I've learned. This is something that I studied very well. It combined with the research. Now, I did mention that one of the advantage of this particular act that it triggers or it releases endorphins, those feel good hormones when you self love, when you self juice. Uh, this will make you to be stress free. You will be happy. Your moods will go away, and these endorphins promote what we call sleep. And I did refer you to one of the very important video I made that have you ever wondered why men sleep after sexual intercourse? They don't just sleep because they love sleeping. No, it is based on science, and ladies who are watching this video should not fix your man, particularly after sexual intercourse, because this feel good hormones that makes ourselves relax and we sleep. Even if you have body pains after self juicing, you will get that these body pains just go away on itself. So it relieves kind of stress in your body. So together with the hormone called prolactin and oxytocin are also linked to sleep. So if you self juice, you will feel sleepy and you will feel your body is relaxed and you just want to kill sometimes uh, to sleep. Now, there was an issue that was arising about prostate health versus self juicing. I did say something here that I want to make again clear that regular ejaculation may reduce the risk of cancer of prostate by flushing out toxins. And I did mention that this was a study that was done around 30,000, 31,925 male were, went undergone this particular research of after a period of time, it was realized that regular ejaculation reduced the risk. Remember, may reduce the risk of cancer of prostate. I did say that if you self juice every time, you will never develop cancer of the prostate. There are very many uh, issues that may arise in your body, even if you have three uh, wives or four wives and you have constant regular intercourse. So when you do this, it is just reducing the risk of this particular cancer of the prostate. And it doesn't apply for advanced cancer of the prostate. So I want you to understand that part very, very well. Now, when you self-juice, it releases tension, particularly those who have a long distant relationship. You will feel that your partner is just with you. You will develop that aura. You will develop that feeling that my partner is close, and this might prevent you from the risk of STIs and STDs, and that is sexually transmitted infection, and it will make you to be what we call safe sexual outlet. And when someone is self-juicing, you will be knowing your body, how your body behaves, particularly when you have your partner, and this one may help you to manage your erectile dysfunction. So you will understand you are performing anxiety, and this one will help you to manage your erectile dysfunction, if at all you have one. So those who are watching me, kindly do not forget to like the video. Do not forget to drop your comments because I will still be answering these your comments, because this video we want to do it for 1 hour. Now, those are some of the few advantages of self-juicing, self-jacking. Uh, in this topic of masturbation. Now, disadvantage, because I said something which has advantages might be having another side effect or disadvantage of masturbation. Now, this is the part that I want you to be keen about it, because some people say that it is satanic, it's devilic, and it's against the church morals. Now, if you feel ashamed or you feel guilt because of your culture, because of your religion, because of the beliefs that you have in both culture and religion, and it might affect your brain, then there is no need of doing self-juicing, because it will affect uh, their mental health. Now, when you are self-juicing, and you make it a habit that you are doing this particular act, it can even cause friction and cause soreness at your penile area. And this one may be harboring diseases that are around your skin area, uh, like streptococcus, staphylococcus. They might find a space in the source and bring your urinary tract infection that you are not ready for. Now, let's continue. I was saying that it's normally interfere with your daily lives, and this one may result into an addiction, which is not reduce that your volume, young man. This one will interfere with your work patterns, time, relationship, and even responsibilities. So it will reduce the sensitivity of your penile area, and this might affect your intimacy, particularly when you are addicted and you do it on daily basis. And you will develop performance issues, because if you develop what we call unrealistic expectations, Lil, um, Lil, reduce that volume. It will bring me strike. Unrealistic expectations, like when you are doing, when you are watching pornographic films and you are used to it, and you want that particular person to act the way what you have been watching, then that performance issues might arise. So temporary fatigue might happen to you. You can just get tired, and you can fall asleep, because we had mentioned those particular endorphins, those feel good hormones, and this one can affect your productivity. And at your workplace, sometimes you can lose your job, because when you are doing this, because this is you can be developing what you call addiction, and it might affect you every time. So habitual use, or even using aggressive tools to do this particular technique, might bring erectile issues. So um, and at the long run, this might prevent you from achieving erection. So erectile dysfunction will arrive because of your dependency. And when there's psychological dependency, now you will feel lonely. You will only see this particular issue of self-jerking as your coping mechanism, and this might interfere with your relationship issues, and your relationship might break. So these are the things that I wanted you to know in terms of answering the questions, or even just recapping what we did in that particular video. So I did mention that approach to uh, good sexual health in terms of masturbation is that you need a balance. You should taper off. Don't overdo it, and may always mean, if you at all you must do it, maintain hygiene, and always consult. If this thing is making you to be stressed, is bringing psychological issues, or you've done it until now you are developing ED, erectile dysfunction, now you should be able to seek support, because sometimes you might develop guilt because of this particular addiction. You should seek support, a counselor, a sexologist, somebody who can take you through these issues of yours so that you should be able to cope with this particular issue. Now, so that's all about what we did last time, and I'm very, very happy for those who have been watching these videos. So kindly, if you are new here, just click that notification bell because the next topic is the questions that were also asked. You know, this particular video divided into two. Masturbation was the first part, and second part is what we are going. We are going to take another at least 10 minutes to answer those particular questions about uh, being celibate. Being celibate, that is somebody who has taken a very, very long time without coitus, without sexual intercourse. What will happen to the penis and the vagina? Now, you may realize that those particular two videos, what happened to the penis, went viral. It's around 100 and it's almost 200K views, and there were very many questions that people were asking about this, and I just want to brush in those particular questions so that you can be well conversant with what we are going to answer. Now, what was coming out is that if you remain celibate for a long time, if you remain celibate for a long time, when you do not practice intercourse, what will happen to your penis and your vagina? That was what it was coming close out clearly in that video. And how many, how many is how many? How long is how long? Now, I did say that in that those answers, that what we get in the clinics, what we get in either hypertensive clinic, diabetic clinic, or even the normal medical clinic, is that people normally start reporting something happening to their reproductive system after a period of 1 month, after a period of 2 months, 3 months, and this one runs to years. So uh, it is not pegged on when I remain celibate for 1 month, then all those things I said in that particular video will happen to you. When I remain for 2 months, then all those things that I did say in those particular video will happen to you. I did talk about what will happen to the lady. I did talk about what will happen uh, to the man. In the close reference, just want to look at let's start with the female because it went viral, but not so much. So I want to start with the female. And what I did say was related to um, anatomy and physiology. But now there are very many issues that we talked about in that particular video. Does it cause vaginal discharge? That is one of the questions that one member asked, that when I remain celibate, when I remain for a long time, I'm a lady. I've started with the ladies first, as you know. Does it bring vaginal discharge? Every lady vagina has its own lubricants, has its own um, microbiomes, at its own way of lubricating itself to control any pathology that might affect it. But there are some discharges that are abnormal, that may result because of urinary tract infection. There are some discharges that may result because of vaginal candidiasis, that is what we call vaginal thrush, those whitish discharge that you normally see and is associated with itchiness and sometimes burning sensation when you are passing urine, and sometimes you may even feel backache and low abdominal pain. So they may present concurrently, either urinary tract infection or vaginal candidiasis. But being celibate, when you've not performed coitus for a long time, it's not a term of rule that you will develop this discharge. Discharge that are normal, are not causing itchiness, are not causing burning sensation, that you do not present with low abdominal pain, you don't even present with backache. So when you have this particular vaginal discharge, it might be either from the UTI or STIs or even vaginal candidiasis. And I did talk about candida because this is something which is uh, bringing issues to ladies, vaginal candidiasis, particularly the recurrent one. I talked about the organisms that are responsible for causing this particular problem, Candida albicans. I didn't talk about other candidas, the two one, the glabrata and tropicalis, that are very, very sometimes resistant to the azole drugs. So if you are a lady watching me, kindly like this video. I'm seeing three people here. Just give me a thumbs up. Now, I want to tell you about the three candidas: Candida albicans, tropicalis, and glabrata, the three one. So Candida albicans normally responds well to azole drugs. So what are these azole drugs? The drugs that you may be getting: clotrimazole, miconazole, ketoconazole. There are some you will be given as pessaries that you insert. There are some that you will given as an oral tablet that you swallow. Now, when you use these particular drugs and you are not seeing any change, it might be either glabrata or tropicalis, and they normally are resistant to the azole drug. So you need a very important drug called boric acid. Boric acid. And I normally advise us to advise ladies that if something is resistant like this, just go and do what we call urine culture and sensitivity, and it might save you. You might be diagnosed with a particular organism that has been resistant to all the drugs that you are using. So when you have a vaginal discharge, then it might be all those UTI, it might be STI, or even some genital ulcer disease can cause this. So the best thing is to do a laboratory test called urinalysis. Urinalysis will just give us a pointing sign, but culture and sensitivity, or even non-nucleic amplification test, the NAT test, this is a DNA RNA test that is now very, very vital for you. Now, another thing which was coming out clearly is that there was a member who asked about when I'm doing coitus, there's bleeding. Now, when you are doing coitus and you are bleeding, there are very many things we think about as a medic. We are thinking of your female reproductive system, the anatomy, and even the physiological part of it. We are looking at fallopian tubes, we are looking at the uterus, we are looking at the cervix, we are looking at the vagina itself. Now, a simple one: if this lady is not prepared well, if this man has not prepared you for coitus, you might develop some trauma, lacerations during this particular act, and this might result in micro tears in your vaginal area, and this one might result into bleeding, which is not related to anything. But if you do not develop all those, then we think of other infections like UTIs and STIs, particularly, or even the cancer of the cervix. And this one also depends on with your age. So, chlamydia trachomatis, I've talked about this particular topic of chlamydia trachomatic on its own in a video. I've talked about gonorrhea, I've talked about human papilloma virus, the herpes in all the videos. So those are one of the things that can cause bacterial vaginosis, can also cause this particular bleeding. Chronic yeast infection, the one I've talked about, yeast is candida, and I've talked about three types of candidas. I've talked about candida albicans that you normally know, talked about glabrata, and even candida tropicalis. So make sure that if at all these are presenting into you, particularly when you have the discharge, the whitish discharge, uh, this one can also, in the chronic state, can also cause bleeding. So if you are going on some of the causes of bleeding, also cervical cancer, cervical erosions, everything that happens to your cervix, Cancer of the cervix, cervical dysplasia can also cause. Then around the vulva, if there are some swellings, even the cancer of the vagina, which is very, very rare, when there's atopic vaginitis, can also cause this. Then the uterus, endometriosis, uterine fibroids can also cause. Thinking about ectopic pregnancy in early stage, and even when it has ruptured, it can cause even bleeding. 310 abortion or even miscarriages can also cause this particular bleeding. So even the popular one, which normally disturb ladies, hormonal imbalance, can cause bleeding sometimes during sexual intercourse. So that is a question that was raised by one of the member, and I felt that we should be able to answer that. Now, I did say in that particular video about what might happen to your vagina, and I did talk about that being celibate, being that you've stayed for quite some times, and I didn't mention that this is case by case. People were asking how many months, how many years. So some will present with 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, case by case. So I did talk about your vagina will be very dry. Uh, this is because of maybe you are going towards menopause or reduced estrogen levels due to hormonal imbalance. When you are doing coitus every time, your hormones are being balanced. Sometimes imbalance can occur because of lack of regular arousal, and this may restrict blood flow to the vaginal area, and now this may cause that dryness. And when you do coitus, then you feel pain. I did debunk some myths that when you stay for a long time without coitus, it will not close. Your vaginal area will not close. Hymen will not grow. Once your hymen is broken, sorry, it will remain like that forever. And there are very many things that can break hymen other than being involved in sexual intercourse. Even riding a bicycle, you can break your hymen like that. Even sports, physical exercise can make your hymen be broken. So that one doesn't mean that your virginity has been broken by sexual intercourse. So I did talk about vaginal elasticity due to lack of coitus, and this one, every female notice that their vagina is now tight. It is just the elasticity that has reduced, and when they do coitus, they feel pain. It is just due to that elasticity. So I did stress again that sometimes when you stay for a long time, you develop those performance anxiety, you are stressed, and this one might not uh, make you feel good about what you are supposed to do in terms of sexual intercourse. So you might develop low libido because of this anxiety. And this is case by case. There are some women, when they stay for a long time without coitus, the libido shoots. There are some, when they stay for a long time without coitus, their libido goes down. So I didn't mention about risk of urinary tract infection. Vagina needs to be lubricated every time. Now and then should be sexually aroused, and a lack of this arousal can um, increase the presence of infection, particularly urinary tract infections. So even coitus normally influence the hormonal levels, particularly estrogen and oxytocin, and this normally affect the moods and happiness. And when you are preparing for this particular sexual intercourse, you should be very happy. You should be prepared. So if you are not happy, if you are not prepared, then that arousal will not take place. Your vagina will very, very dry. You will not be able to perform well in terms of this particular coitus, and it will affect you negatively. So, ladies, this is something that I'm continuous stressing, in that being celibate is a good thing. Only these particular issues that we are talking about in this particular video uh, normally happen to women case by case. If this one happens to you, it doesn't mean that this one will happen to the next person. So it is case by case. If at all I'm feeling pain when I've not performed sexual intercourse for long, it doesn't mean that the next person will also be developing these particular issues. Now, back to men, back to my fellow men, back to my fellow men. What will happen when you remain celibate? So, there were very, very many questions that were arising from that video. In fact, that video generated more than 150 comments about what happens to the penis when you stop coitus for a very long time. And I also start by saying people were asking about how long is long, how many months should I take so that I can call myself celibate, meaning I've abstained for a long time, a long period of abstinence. Depends also in this case by case. People will notice changes in their penile area from 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and years. So this is case by case. And again, individuals are very different. The individuals are very different. What might happen to this particular man will not happen to this particular man. People are born with different ranges of that's why we normally range the estrogen the testosterone levels in every individual. So uh, a person might present with erectile decrease in erectile function when he has remained celibate for some times. This is just due to performance anxiety. Now, erectile dysfunction was coming in terms of a question. Somebody asked, now, what are causes of erectile dysfunction? What are causes of low libido? And how can we manage this particular menace? I started some video is that there is nothing in this particular world that gives a man stress when one, he doesn't have money, cash, kwacha, naira, dollars, euros. When you do not have euros, you are stressed. And number two, which causes a lot of stress in men, my fellow men, including myself, low libido, low libido, and erectile dysfunction. So, this particular person asked, what are the causes? I want to categorize this young men and old men. So, young men, I want to, from around, let me say 18 to 35, then 36 to 45, then 45 to 60s or to 80s or to death. This, your libido will be affected with age. Let me talk about those who are old. I've made a video about aging of penis. Aging of penis. Kindly, if you have not, you are watching me, just give the video thumbs up and even put some comment down there. Just like the video. Aging of the penis. I'm seeing 4 likes. Thank you so much. Aging of the penis. What will happen to your penis as you age? And one thing that was coming out clearly is penis to be appearing to be a little bit smaller than before. And your performance is reduced by almost half, almost 50%. When you were young, when you were 35, you were performing well. You used to clobber that lady from 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds in a night. But now you are 40. You just do one and you are gone. You are asleep. Don't get stressed because that is nature. That is nature. When you are aging, testosterone from 40 years, testosterone levels from 40 years drops tap by 1% every year. So, meaning when you click 40, 41, testosterone, tang by 1%, 42, tang by 1%. So do not expect yourself that when you are 60, you should be able to perform like the time you were 30s. No, this is because of testosterone. But I did teach about what can make you to make your odogu. In fact, somebody asked me what is odogu. So if you're hearing odogu, if I do this to make your odogu strong, that is your penis to make it strong. So let's start by answering this. My particular good friend, my fellow man, our fellow man. Now, what is what are the causes of erectile dysfunction? Now, I will start by uh, physiological causes related to cardiovascular system, all heart diseases. If you have a heart disease, it will it may result into what we call erectile dysfunction. Now, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, chronic kidney disease, uh, drugs that you use, particularly those antihypertensive, antipsychotics, antidepressant, um, antihypertensives, antidiabetics. These ones, if you are using, but at least you will have a bit of erectile dysfunction. So consult your doctor. And sometimes we review those particular drug and we remove the drugs that are good candidates for erectile dysfunction. Smoking is bad. Smoking is another bad candidate that also interfere. The nicotine interferes with the blood vessels, causes atherosclerosis, causes vascular damage, and this one prevent blood flow to the key area, that is the penis. And when blood flow is restricted to the penis, then there will be no erection, then you will be flabby, will not particularly perform. Now, age I've talked about. So in young men now, in young men, when you develop erectile dysfunction, it is nothing. It is here. Depression, stress, relationship issues, issues surrounding finance. Your pocket is empty. You are thinking a lot to manage this particular family. So, if you place your mind in a very calm way by doing some exercise, I talked about Kegel's exercise, physical exercise, weightlifting, breathing exercise, yoga. This particular exercise can increase the blood flow all over your body. Kindly like the video, and this one might make you to perform well in bed. I did talk about fruits and foods for erectile dysfunction. In all the videos, I've talked about all the green vegetables, the leafy vegetables, and the fruits because they contain catechins, they contain antioxidants, which normally removes the oxidative stress in our body. And then we feel fine. This normally increases blood flow to the penis. So take those particular fruits, involve yourself in exercise so that this your libido thing can go down. And avoid using recreational drugs that are prohibited, that I don't want to mention in this particular video. Also, they contribute to erectile dysfunction. Stop taking alcohol, stop smoking, just drink a lot of water with the fruits that I've mentioned. And there's a video that is coming in this particular channel about amazing 10 foods that if you eat this particular food, hey, you will rock well, oh, you will rock well, oh. So um dark chocolate, just to give you a hint, dark chocolate is very important. Oyster, banana, avocado, garlic. Hi, these are very, very important. Make sure pomegranate, watermelon. In fact, we say watermelon has citrulline, which normally increases the blood flow to the penis. And when you take watermelon, it normally uh, has antioxidants that increases the blood flow to all over your body, including the heart and including the male reproductive system, that is the penis. And this one may make your hodogu to rock well. So somebody asked, will if I do coitus every day, will I perform well? Will I develop low libido? Regular ejaculation is good for a man. The three guys watching me, the four guys who have joined, kindly just give the video thumbs up. We are doing men's talk. So this particular topic will help both ladies and men. So regular ejaculation is very, very important for a man. This is because research which has been done to around 30,000 plus male did depict that it is very, very important for prostate health, and it reduces the risk of prostate cancer. So it is very, very vital for a man to constantly involve in regular ejaculation. So somebody said in the comment section, do not listen to this guy. Hmm. This is because I did talk about the advantages of masturbation. This is because I've been talking about regular ejaculation. So, what I'm telling you in this particular video, in all my videos, is that they are based on research, they are based on science, and they are based on the natural occurrence of people that we meet in daily basis in our clinics, and are based on what you people are reporting to us. Like, there is somebody who say my penis is disappearing. Your penis is disappearing. And I did talk about that video about disappearance of penis. This one I did say it is psychological, and I did say it is related to obese. If you are obese, you will say your penis is disappearing, particularly when you are aging. That uh, the skin strength will be loose, not the way you were before. And when your skin strength is lost, and this is coming because of the age that is catching up with all of us, the age that is catching up with all of us. So when we are aging, our penile area, our penile tissues normally reduce in size, and this is occurring to people who are clicking from 40. In fact, it can begin as early as 30. Like menopause normally start at 30, early menopause. So penile shrinkage, when you notice your penis is going down, this is something which is natural, and it is because of that testosterone levels that are going down. It's because of your reduced regular ejaculation. So another individual asked, fear of being in a relationship. Fear of being in a relationship. I did talk about anxiety, stress disorders versus erectile dysfunction. Now, this particular person, I want to talk to you now. This guy fears being in a relationship. Sometimes this guy had been uh, messed up with in terms of being disappointed with the lady that he was dating. So, advantage thing that you should know is that your fear might be helping you to develop courage to approach another relationship. So, what you need to do is get a very good counselor, talk to this confidant, and you will be able to come up in your feet and have a very, very good lady that will love you. Another person said that uh, sex daily is good, and I'm 52 years old, and I do have regular sex, and I do a lot of practice and exercise. Now, this is vital for every man. Thank you for liking this video, the three guys who are in the video now. It's very, very vital that we do regular exercise. And regular exercise normally stimulate blood flow all over the body, including the heart, including the penis. And this normally help you to maintain your stamina, to maintain your erection. So um, I appreciate the 52-year-old guy. And I did say that when you are aging, testosterone level drops. So the way you should boost your testosterone levels is through physical exercise, is through eating those particular fruits and green vegetables that I talked about. Red wine is also nice to boost your libido. Dark chocolate, I did mention dark chocolate as a very, very important fruit that you should be able to eat to help you. I just want to refer to you something here that was so sweet for me, um, in terms of the video that is coming out. Now, long time ago, ancient Greek physicians were using garlic in making in treating people. Why were they using this particular garlic? Every man who is watching me, kindly make garlic to be your friend, because it has a compound called allicin, and this allicin is very, very important because it improves blood flow and dilating the blood vessels, the blood flow to the penile area, the blood flow to the heart. And when this particular thing occur, it will give you that stamina. So garlic is very, very important. Now, it is believed also that garlic now regulate testosterone levels. It boosts that your testosterone level. When I mention this particular hormone, testosterone, in all my videos, this is a hormone that makes us who we are, men. It boosts our libido. It boosts sperm quality and motility. It boosts our sex drive. It is what is making us men. It's what is making us to have beards. It promotes secondary sexual characteristics. What is responsible for our boys? What is responsible for our bone mass? It's what is responsible for even the strength of the penis. So, if you want to maintain the strength of the penis, do not forget to include garlic. And there's something which is very, very important in this garlic called selenium. Now, selenium is crucial for sperm production. In fact, when we diagnosed somebody with azoospermia or leucospermia, those particular people whose sperms are not uh, reaching the normal levels, apart from the drugs that we are going to prescribe, we just tell them first, always go natural, because everything that happens in our body, remember those people who used to live long, long time ago, as I've said, they were never sick. They were reproducing well. What is happening? Why are our men having infertility? Why are our men having erectile dysfunction? This is what we eat. Problem arises from sugar, 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 sukari, sugar. Watch my video of sugar. You will realize that the root cause of everything is this thing that is sweet in the mouth. Whether it is diabetes, sugar. Whether there is hypertension, sugar. Whether it is critical thinking, sugar. Tiredness, arthritis, gouty arthritis, sugar. So, I've said that. Go and watch that particular video of sugar challenge. It will give you a very, very good clue. In fact, when I stopped taking sugar, there are some things that I'm noticing in my body that I just love. Hmm? Things that are happening to me as a man. I'm just cutting, not the way I used to take it. I'm just cutting, but I'm making sure I get natural sugars. Natural sugars. So I've said that garlic is rich in selenium. that normally improve sperm production. And there is something called vitamin B6 that is in that garlic that is also responsible for healthy sperm and support sperm health. So make sure you take this particular garlic. I want you people to go natural. There's a short video I've made about nuts, the ground nuts, the walnut, the almond, the pumpkin seeds. If you are a man and 1 week passes you without you taking any nut, the one that you got, whether almond, whether walnut, whether ground nuts, whether peanut, nut is a nut. There's something very crucial with these nuts. Um, Rich in omega 3 and the fatty acids. There's something called L-arginine. It is very, very important because it impacts the production of what we call nitric oxide. When you have sufficient nitric oxide in your system, hi, because you've taken nuts, nitric oxides normally acts on the blood vessels, dilating these blood vessels, increasing blood flow to the heart, increasing blood flow to the core area that make us to do this video, the penis. When that core area has enough blood, hi, you are all dogu, your penis will be very, very strong and you will rock hard in bed and you will spend for many, many hours. So make sure that you have the nuts and those seeds. Even the pumpkin seeds is very, very important. Look for that pumpkin, look for that almond, look for those walnuts, the ground nuts. Like in Kenya, ground nuts are very, very many. So we really love them. Green vegetables. I've been talking about green vegetables and leafy vegetables because they contain nitrates, particularly the spinach. So when you take spinach in your meal, in fact, green vegetables should be part and parcel for every individual's health, whether male or female. Now that I'm talking about men, my fellow men, green vegetables, do not miss green vegetables. Just give this video a thumb up. Drop any comment there. I will answer them. Now, nitrates, as I said, they dilate blood vessels. They are being converted to nitric oxide, which I've said its importance. And now it improves the blood flow to the penis, and this normally prevent what we call erectile dysfunction. Now, um, watermelon. In Kenya, we grow it very, very well. I think those who are watching me from US, from Nigeria, from Uganda, from Zimbabwe, South Africa, even the United Kingdom, you will agree with me that through research has done a lot to us. This particular watermelon contain something called citrulline. Huh? You know this supplement you people buy around to boost your libido, the one you buy in shops. They're just this this natural way I'm telling you to go natural. There's extract. They have chopped extracts from oysters that I'm going to talk about. They have chopped some extract from avocado. They are now chopping extract that I'm telling you from watermelon, which contains citrulline. This is a amino acid that is very, very important. The main goal is improve blood flow. You know, an erect penis needs a blood and nerves and that communication from the brain to the penis. Those endorphins, cortisol, oxytocin, those happy hormones, we need them to flow in our body so that we can get natural um, blood flow to our body. Citrulline also is very, very important in conversion of that nitric oxide, which is very, very important in dilating blood vessels. Oysters, for those people who have tested this, it's very, very vital for testosterone. You know, testosterone is very, very important for sexual functions, and I've been talking about this. I don't want to talk a lot again. Now, my favorite, my favorite fruit, avocado. Hi, God, thank you for bringing avocado in our life. This guy called avocado, chai, is very, very nice. Sperm is coming out like water, so thin. When those men stop producing sperm, also masturbating so much, produces. Yes. Let me just go back to what that guy is saying. When you masturbate too much, you get addicted. When you get addicted, you cannot perform because one, your main aim is to ejaculate. Your main aim is to ejaculate. So when you get this particular lady, that feeling you are feeling when you are doing masturbation, you want it at that particular time. So you will be 1 minute man. Within 1 minute you've released, and this one will reduce your performance level. So take a step of faith and forget about this masturbation. But when you cannot forget this masturbation because it has its advantages, do not do it in excess. Once in a while is good for heart health. It's good for those endorphins and cortisols. Uh, I may encourage you to do it once in a while. Maybe those who are in long distance relationship, it is important for them. Regular ejaculation is good for maintaining prostate health, but addiction is what is will bring dysfunction, erectile dysfunction. So I was talking about my good friend avocado. Avocado is always believed to contain aphrodisiac properties. Why? It contains aphrodisiac properties. It's like a natural Vega. It's natural Viagra, huh? Because it contains those good cholesterol, uh, the healthy fats. We call them monosaturated fats. Uh, we like them because they improve blood flow to our heart all over the body, including our key organ that we are talking about it, our mighty penis. So, vitamin E is also in that avocado. This is why I love it. Vitamin E first is antioxidant, will relieve all the oxidative stress. You know, when you consume a lot of uh, items in your body, today you are with pizza, tomorrow you are eating chocolate, which is very, very nice. Uh, you are eating cookies, uh, you are pumping a lot of carbs. Your body start developing uh, this oxidants in your body that are responsible for diseases. So you need something called antioxidants. Now, remember, sometimes you go to the hospital, you feel sick. Doctors do all tests. They tell you, my friend, everything is negative. So what do I tell this particular person? He has done all the necessary tests. He's feeling sick. He has joint pains. He has general body weakness. He's not even having arthritis. He's not having so what do we give them? Just tell them, go home, drink a lot of water, take fruits. We just give them some analgesics, some painkillers that will reduce that pain they have at that particular time. So when they call you, maybe 1 to 2 days later, I'm fine. Why? They went, took some watermelon, took some fruits, took some avocado. So vitamin E in avocado is very, very important. Even B6 also regulates, B6 is also in avocado, vitamin B6, regulate the hormone that we are talking about, the testosterone. Potassium regulate blood pressure. It maintains your blood pressure. That's why all the hypertensives and even diabetics, avocado should be in your meal on a daily basis. So, um, the stamina, the stamina in avocado produced by folic acid, the folate. Folate in the avocado will help you to have that stamina that will always make you uh, combat this particular lady very, very well. Now, dark chocolate. Chocolates are very many. They are packed with flavonoids. So if you go to a supermarket, just look for, there are very many chocolates, but look for a dark one because it has antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, it prevents viral infection. The main game is to increase blood flow all over our body, including that key area. Now, research from the Journal of Sexual Medicine they have revealed that when you take dark chocolate, it has serotonin, which is a feel good hormone. Serotonin is just like an endorphins. So serotonin and endorphins. When these hormones are in your body, you are just happy. When you are happy, when you are in good mood, and you are with this lady, what will happen? Your libido will be rising to 100%. Your stamina, 100%. You will be ready for this particular lady. So, my fellow men, what you eat matters. Always stay healthy. What you eat normally matters. I've talked about what happens to your body when you stop taking sugar for 30 days. Very many people have made this particular video. Most of them are not basing this in based on science and research. They are just talking, but they are not giving you evidence. Watch that video about what happens to your body. So once more, I will say what you eat matters because it will boost your libido, it will enhance blood flow, it will balance your hormones. So those particular foods that I've mentioned, kindly eat them. I've done a lot today, and it is 56 minutes. I don't know, this video is 1 hour. Those three watching me, just give me a thumb up so that we have 8 likes. I'm seeing 5 likes. So the next video that I'm going to make will be 10 best foods for better sexual health. And you know, when I'm giving you tips, I'm giving you tips, not just mentioning something, but mentioning based on research in relation to anatomy, physiology, and even some pathology part of it. So I want you to know this particular problem in relation to your body, what your body does to this particular issue, and how you can solve it. So I will not just throw it away. What about carrots juice? Hey, very cows, right? Sure. Carrots are very nice. In fact, they are one of the best fruits that a person should be taking. Why? Carrots contain flavonoids. Carrot contain beta carotene. This particular flavonoid is antioxidant, relieves the oxidative stress. Our bodies are when we eat different kinds of food, we build a lot of chemicals in our body. Now what will relieve this particular oxidative stress? All antioxidants that we are talking about, all antioxidants. Carrot is one of them. Carrot contains flavonoids, that is antioxidant, will relieve that oxidative stress. It contains anti-inflammatory, that will relieve any pain that surrounds our body. And even it's now providing vitamin C, which is curbing all infection in our body and preventing even scurvy. Also, carrots are very important because they contain beta carotene, which is very important for our high health, like mine. So uh, this is photosensitive, so I do this because of light. So when I eat carrots, it will help me with the vision. So carrot you can include like this you can blend and drink, or you can even take it raw. So thank you so much for that. Carrots are very important, so do not leave carrots in your body, in your food. Now let's continue with our men. There's a question that was good. Sex and age. Yes, sex and age. There's a video I've made about aging penis. I don't know whether I have that particular flyer here so that I can show you something. I made a video about age and penis. Age and penis. And I did mention very many things that might. Can you blend pumpkin seeds or drink raw or add milk in my, is my next question. Yes. I'd mentioned about the nuts, the L-arginines, that's amino acid that is in pumpkin seeds. Um, there are different kind of blenders. There are some blenders that cannot blend pumpkins, but if you have a blender that can crush and you mix it with other fruits, is very important, because our main aim here is to go natural. Is to go natural. We want to get those flavonoids. We want to get those antioxidants when they are fresh in our body. So I will urge you to continue uh, blending or crushing this particular pumpkin seed, or even cooking. When you cook it, uh, there are also some micronutrients that normally you get. Okay, thanks. You continue with your contents, and thank you so much, Chaos Rain Show. Kindly give me a thumb up. Thank you for the comments, and do share this particular video. So I wanted to finish with the aging penis, the aging penis. So when you are growing old, your penis will not perform the way it used to be. For those who have just arrived, I'm almost winding up. The testosterone level, I told you, goes down 1% every year when you click 40. So this one might affect your sex drive. So what should you do so that you improve your testosterone? All those fruits I've mentioned. There's something called Kegel's exercise. Kegel's exercise. You can Google Kegel exercise and see how that particular exercise is done. The main aim of that exercise is to give the penile muscle strength. We call them bulbospongiosus, ischiocavernosus. We want them to have the strength, and we want to increase their its innervation, the nerves, and we want to include blood flow to those particular area. We've talked a lot, my fellow men and women, my viewers, and I thank you so much for staying with me in this particular live. And I hope that you people are all good, and I thank you so much for 12,000 subscribers. I promise that I will give you good content in relation to sexual health. So my upcoming video in the schedule is that because I've talked about live, and live is long, somebody cannot watch that particular video, all of it for 1 hour. So my upcoming video is 10 amazing fruits for sexual health. So just stay tuned uh, about those 10 amazing fruit for sexual health. If you have not subscribed to this particular channel, kindly. I am vlogging live from Kenya. I'm a clinical officer by profession, that is assistant physician. I practice at Homa Bay County and Teaching Hospital. We meet very many different patients, from ranging from obstetrics, gynecological, in surgical. We meet the diabetic clinics, hypertensive clinic, even sickle cell clinic. Also, we manage HIV very well in Kenya, and I've made a series of post-exposure prophylaxis. I've made a video of pre-exposure prophylaxis, drugs that you can take to prevent HIV. And also I've made signs and symptoms of HIV. And I've also talked about how you can know that someone has HIV, early signs of HIV. Above all, I've stressed that you cannot always conclude that somebody has HIV unless you test that particular person. So I want to sign out. And for the two guys who have just arrived now, kindly give me a thumbs up and just scroll up in that video. I've talked about all this, like aging penis. I've talked about sugars, what will happen to your body. I've talked about what will happen to your penis when you stop having coitus for a long time, what will happen to your vagina. I've also talked about food for erectile dysfunction. I've talked about something which I was going to forget. I've talked about the drugs, the drugs. I always say that if you have low libido, if you have erectile dysfunction, do not go for quick drugs like sildenafil citrate. They have very many trade names, but the generic name is sildenafil citrate. Sildenafil citrate will just, this drug is taken 1 hour before sex, and it will just solve that issue at that particular time. The next day, status quo. So I normally, if you have low libido, I normally recommend Manix. Manix, which is taken, capsules, which is taken twice a day for 90 days. It will help to boost your libido. It will help to make your odogu, make your penis to be stronger. It will make you to last more than 1 minute. You will not be a 1 minute man, and it will boost your testosterone level. I've also talked about Fertilion F for female. Fertilion F for female. Those who want to regulate their hormones, be there. Those who want to be pregnant, be there with Fertilion F. I've also talked about Pregnacare, preconception, and even after conception. I've also talked about Fertilion F for men, prevention of infertility, erectile dysfunction, boosting your libido and stamina. Those are two nice drugs that I will advise you to go for. Another important drug that I've talked about are for arthritis and for relieving pain, that are also in my videos. I've also talked about uterine fibroid, ectopic pregnancies. You can always watch those videos and give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, thank you so much. It is now 1 hour 6 minutes since I started the video, and I promise that I will bring another topic that may interest you, and always give me a thumbs up. So I want to sign out. Let me see where I can sign out. Let me see whether there's something that I didn't do, anything that I didn't talk about. I think I've everything. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, I'm